Today we're going to make a blanket box. I measured out 5.5 feet on my 1x4s and I cut 13 pieces, 4 for each side and 5 for the top. I then marked the length for the end boards and cut 8 pieces, 4 for each side. Finally, I cut 8 pieces of 2x4 to make a frame for either end of the box. Once I had all the wood cut, I hand sanded the edges just to get all the splinters off. I started by making the 2 end frames first. I pre-drilled 2 holes into the end of each 2x4 before screwing them together. I then attached the 1x4s, pre-drilling first, and then attaching with screws. I then repeated the process for the other end frame. I cut a piece of plywood to use as the bottom of the box. Using a jigsaw, I notched out the 4 corners of the plywood so that it would fit in between the 2x4s in the frames. I then hand sanded the edges. I used clamps and 2 pieces of 1x4 to hold the 2 box ends together while I screwed in the plywood bottom. I didn't put a center support in the middle of the box because it was only going to be holding blankets. I then attached all the 1x4s, pre-drilling first and then screwing them in. I cut 4 pieces of plywood to attach the lid boards together. After hand sanding the rough edges, I laid them out on the lid boards. I used clamps while screwing them on to make sure that the pieces didn't drift apart. Lastly, I applied 1 coat of polyacrylic. For details and measurements, check out our website. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button.